Okay, folks, welcome back. I have been apparently disconnected from the VATSIM voice server, so I have no idea if we're going to be able to hear anybody, but we do have the Discord going and we can use it if we need to. But it was a very fun event from what I saw, and I was able to catch about the last hour of it. And so, again, I really appreciate everybody that stopped by. We're going to do a little late night tour, and I'm not sure how many of these airfields we're going to get to, but I've been looking forward to this, so I definitely don't want to, don't want to not fly. Okay, windows closed. Had a real international flair today. It was pretty cool to see friends from Europe. Let's see, we had Germany and someone from Russia in, which was really, really cool. And it just continues to grow and get that much more enjoyable, even though logistically maybe it gets a little more challenging with, since it's a bush event. I don't know, but it's a good problem to have, I think. All right, we're going to cut the brakes loose and head on out to runway 27. Still quite windy. If you watch some of the other streams, that was the common topic, was the wind, and it's, I think, at least 18 knots. It might be even more than that. Oh boy, it's even tossing me around here on the taxi. Wow. If you have been paying attention to some of my other Nowhere Fast streams, you're going to notice that this cockpit looks a little bit different, and there's a reason for that. I actually was flying some patterns in the red and white plane that I use, and kind of broke it a little bit. So I have this one out. I haven't flown this one yet. This is one of the mini liveries that you get with the NHAdrian Bush mod. And this is apparently a aerobatic version of it, so I don't know what that really means. I don't think it probably gives us a whole lot more power or anything like that, but it gives us a little different color scheme, and yeah, we're gonna roll with it. I got to get rid of that though, because I need to put some cabin air on and get my windows. They're starting to fog up just a little bit. We'll just do air and heat. I don't know. We'll just try to get it all squared away. So I'm going to see if I've got any comms right now.
It certainly got quiet in here quickly.
I'm disconnected from the server.
I'm still fan.
Yeah.
All right, I'm still not connected to the voice server. I'm going to try to disconnect from VATSIM and reconnect. Otherwise, I think maybe I'll just use the disconnect as our Unicom, if that's okay with everybody.
It sounded like this VATSIM voice servers took a dump, according to everyone.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, if that's the case, then that's the case.
And reconnected. I'm back in.
Okay. All right, good deal. So we do need to, by the way, we need to make sure that our compasses are synced. We're 2280. Let's make sure that we're turned on. Hanksville traffic, November 11816, radio check.
I'm going to really enjoy watching this event over from...
Gotcha. Radio check 5x5.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Hanksville, Cessna 18816. We're going to be lining up runway 27 and holding short. We see incoming traffic on runway 17. Yeah, I'm with you. I've got like 4 streams that I'm going to have to watch here just to get the different perspectives, but it's going to be a blast.
I guess I'm supposed to keep secret the clues that I uncovered. I guess some folks are gonna take their own time to try and gather.
Well, if you want the bragging rights.
Well, I only got 3 of the clues, so.
No, we got somebody. We got two people on the runway here, so.
Now the scenery's better. I put it at the top of my list.
Oh, that'll do it.
All right. Well, while the
It's like now I got the.
let's see, while the incoming traffic is incoming. Let's see, we're 1200. We're squawking altitude right now.
I think my HD airports was messing.
Sorry about that, Starflies. I thought I would be able to get out before you were taxiing back on the runway.
Oh, no worries. We're all good. I'm signed off on Xpilot anyway, so we're all.
Oh, I'm in somebody else's way then. Whoever that is coming down runway 9er, I apologize. So, all right, here is just for anybody who's following along. This is what I'm attempting. We're departing to the west. So I think the first runway or the first airfield to try to find here is just to come off and find Nielsen Wash.
Hey, thanks for having me along. I'm gonna sign out. Had a lot of fun. See you guys later.
See ya. Glad you're able to
See
come
ya.
along.
Later.
See you later.
So we'll start there. And again, this is a 10-mile ring. So
All right, guys, I'm wrapping it up too. Thanks again, guys, for Downward Sim, Melvin, Leroy. Wonderful, wonderful concept. We need to kind of keep that kind of thinking going for.
yeah, man, looking forward to watching your stream, buddy. Have a good night.
Okay.
Okay, so
It
15
was one of
niner.
those.
Just in case we need, although we don't have a DME in this, so it really doesn't help us to.
Well, I'm almost
Set
at
that,
Nielsen Wash now, and then I can head back to Hanksville.
Oh, I think
having
that's-
completed the whole circuit.
I think I got in 757 Spies way. Oh, sorry about that, Dave.
All right, very
I
good,
think
guys.
that's
We'll hope
supposed to be
see
a
some
Twin
of you,
Otter.
Well, yeah, some of you on Wednesday for Virtual USA Flying.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be
All
awesome.
right. So,
All right, good night, guys.
approximate turn here looks
Good
to
night.
me
Later.
like we need. Oh, what do we need? About
All right, I've got what I need rigged to fly. It's just a pain in the.
I think we need about 215 on the heading, so that's what we'll shoot for. We'll see what happens. Hanksville traffic, November 816. We're on the roll, runway 27, VFR departure to the southwest, Hanksville. Maybe, holy cow, the wind. Oh, the wind. Well, it's just hard to not overcorrect. Be nice to get somewhat close to the center line, though, at some point here on the takeoff roll. There we go. And we are airborne. Oh boy, this crab angle is going to be something else. Yeah, not even close to holding the runway heading here. Wow. Oh, don't do that. Oh, somebody coming inbound. Yeah, that's exactly not how you do it, guys. All right, out we go. What do we say? Approximately 235. That's kind of our idea here. The nice thing is we do have we probably should just head kind of south here. As I look at this, maybe pick up a highway. There's a road that runs right to Hanksville, and then that same road heads out to the west. I think there's the highway we need right there. That should take us into Hanksville. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, so this thing, the aerobatic version, I guess, which whatever that means for the NHAdrian mod, but little different cockpit, same configuration in terms of the avionics and all that good stuff. It does have a timer right here, I guess, that we could use if we wanted to. I really don't know. I've got one on my flight yoke that I like to use. Hey, Wookie. I need to go find your stream because I did not locate that in time and go see what it looked like from your cockpit. I've got about five 5 or 6 people that I've got to go back and watch this stream. I'm really interested. Okay. Onward and outward we go. 2.9 or 9 or 1. I don't know if I set the altimeter. I was fiddling around with it before we took off. Nope, I have not. All right. And I think we filed for 5,500, but we're going to probably keep it down fairly low over the road. All right, so we do have one highway continues south. That's this one we're on. We don't want that. We want to follow this. We want to follow this road and this wash to the west. And I'm going to try to lean this out just a little bit since we're above 5,000 feet. Maybe get a little bit more performance. You know, we don't get much out of this girl, but we can at least get 90. Let's get out of the flaps range. Although with the wind, we're kind of going right into the wind right now, so it might be interesting what we really truly are doing ground speed wise. A very happy Thursday, everybody. So Wookie, I'm trying to do this without autopilot right now, but I definitely am heading your way. And yeah, I got you followed, and I'll go in there and
Gainesville traffic,
take a peek.
Sure, Kilo Bravo, Sikorsky 76, 10 nautical miles to the south, west, VFR 5000, inbound direct to the GA ramp, Gainesville.
All right, I think we're still on. I think we're still on kind of too much of a southerly heading here, guys. I think we gotta make our way to the west a little bit here. At least on a 230, 235 or so. So let's get ourselves. Maybe we weren't too bad. No, we're not there yet. We're getting too far south. We're gonna miss it. Picking up the Fremont River if we're able to here, and as you can see, there's lots of little washes, lots of little drainages, so it's sometimes a little bit challenging. But there is also a road that goes along with this river. So if we can find both, we know we're in the right spot. By the way, JPC, thanks for the host. I'm sorry to hear about your rudder pedals. That stinks. I'm only about a year out of having to replace my Cytex, and they just kind of eventually wore out. So I feel your pain, and it was about a week and a half of not really. I mean, I did the old you have to let the yaw control also, you know, control my nose wheel steering, and you know, that was okay until the new flight, you know, the new rudder pedals made it. But it's just not the same without those rudder pedals. So hang in there, man, and good luck. All right.
Gainesville traffic, helicopter 609 Kilo Bravo. We're joining the terminal area from the south, direct inbound for general aviation. Hanksville.
Been a while since I've been up here, and I do remember that distinctive pinnacle-looking mountain as being an important waypoint, but for the life of me, I don't remember like for which airport. So we're just going to keep rolling with it. We've maybe overcorrected slightly. We're heading now to almost 300, but I think we actually got a little too far south, and I think this is the wash that we're looking for here. We're about 5 minutes out of Hanksville, you know, so right around 8 miles or so we should be seeing. There's a little road that runs off kind of to the north, and right there at that junction is where the Nielsen Wash airstrip is. Okay, I am seeing a road here, so that's a good sign, and a road and a river. So yeah, I think we maybe are on the right track here. Oh, and we're making 100 knots. Wow. Good deal. Good deal. So the only thing I don't have turned on to reel is obviously the time. It's dark right now in the Canyonlands, so I think I have the time set for, you know, like mid-afternoon, probably around 2 o'clock, which hopefully will give us plenty of time to get all the way around the horn here. I say that, and I think it took me, I mean, we gave everybody in the event tonight, we gave them 90 minutes, so you know, we'll see how close I can get to that. I don't think in this plane I can get around to all of them in 90 minutes. There is the Hound. The speed of smell in the headwind, yes indeed. This one, I did have a version of this plane though that actually had an old pizza box right there, so it did have it came with the enhanced smell. It was kind of nice.
Hey, 757 Spy made it in. Welcome.
Yeah.
It's muted. Is that a permissions thing, or is...
It's probably a push to talk thing, yeah. Check your push. Discord's got to be on push to talk to
Oh
get
yeah.
the mic working.
So yeah, we had 757 join us for a little bit of this. 757 Spy. You guys probably have heard
Using
of him.
my Virtuous A Flying Club method, I see.
Learning from the best.
Yeah, we didn't, Mike. We didn't validate VATSIM registrations, but we do have just a role we have to assign. That way, you know, we can get the screaming.
All right, we're getting pretty close here because I think I see just up here. I think I see the road that is heading off to the north. Yep, there's the field. Okay, so Nielsen Wash, November 11816. We are about 3 miles to the east of the field. We're gonna overfly either a left-hand traffic
I rigged
pattern.
something that's doable with the controls, but it is definitely not going to be this.
So we're gonna fly.
Can't use my honeycomb yolk right now, which is going to kill me.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. We're gonna overfly this, or not overfly this. Actually, we're gonna just do a.
Like, you couldn't just temporarily assign the left and right yoke to both aileron and. It's a really hack, but.
Nielsen Wash, November 11816. We're on the left upwind for west approach.
I'm not
Nielsen.
smart enough with computers to be able to do.
Should be able to just
I
go
have
to the X-plane joystick
All
assignments
right,
and
well
assign
there
it
we
to
go.
both,
That's what we're looking for. That's our first field, so we're successful
I feel
so
like
far.
that's
So
gonna
good.
Be weird though. That's gonna to have the rudder and the yoke go the same way. It's not gonna be able to do cross.
Nielsen traffic.
Oh, yeah,
November
everything's weird
816
with that.
is turning left crosswind.
It's all backwards
West
from what
approach.
you spend a lifetime.
Well, I have the Extreme 3D Pro joystick, which has the roll and yaw. I can get away with that for now.
All
Still have my
right,
throttle
here we go.
quadrant.
Here we go.
I rigged that with some other things so I can use a couple
Northwest,
of the buttons on
North, and Wolfie 5. Sorry for
It's not
messing
ideal,
up that
but it's
name, but
doable.
welcome to Prop Culture, man. Good to have you.
And I got events coming, so I need to do it.
Nielsen
757
Wash,
Spy, you hear me?
traffic, November 816, left downwind.
I hear you,
west
and this all seems to work.
All right, welcome. Hey, just wanted to encourage you, if you fly these things, it's really a treat in VR. A lot of vertigo, a lot of looking out the windows trying to find these places.
I was just thinking that I ought to do this in VR tomorrow.
Dave, don't let him peer pressure you, man. Don't let him peer pressure you.
It's okay, I just can't have pizza and beer before the flight.
Exactly.
All right, so there we go. We're looking pretty good. Let's get our speed under control here just slightly.
So, in case you missed the briefing, I tried to explain it a little bit on the whisper message, but there are banners at each airfield, and so
Okay, there's
as
a
you
notch of
make your
flaps.
way around,
Man, it is windy.
take note of what you might want to look at both sides and take note of what they
Nielsen
say
Wash
and
traffic
try to
November
solve.
816
There's
left base
there's
for
a
west
riddle to be
approach.
solved. And then the other thing is on my website where you download the scenery and stuff, there's also a sectional that has the locations of the
I'm a little
different
low
fields
here.
that are
I'm more than
and
a little low.
those locations are not on the Sky Vector sectional. So you'll need to have that PDF downloaded and refer to that.
Nielsen Wash November 816 final west
I found
approach.
the PDF and got that downloaded, and I saw the first banner at the first airport I went to.
Oh, that's not too bad of a
so,
rollout.
Definitely going to look for the banners out there and try and figure out this.
Yeah, and both sides are important. That's all.
All right, so here we go. We're going to set the power to about...
Yeah, so I hit the follow button on your stream,
about 18.
so I'll get a notification if you stream it tomorrow, and I'll try to tune in and...
Yeah, this looks like an awful lot of fun, so I figured we'd try and hit a few of the airports tomorrow and just kind of VFR around.
Oh boy, I'm a little bit high here. A little bit high, but I think I can bring it down here. I should do that Starflyer's forward slip.
This is a once a month thing that Slant Alpha just kind of got us started doing, and so we try to do this on the first Monday of every month. So you're more than welcome to join.
Sounds great. Can't wait. This looks like a fun event for sure.
And how do we do here?
On the website, you can go
oh
back
man,
through
I
and
am.
look
The
at
wind is
articles
just
to the
lifting me
previous
up.
places
Look at that!
we've been,
Holy cow!
There's links to.
I almost did a.
And
oh
whole,
no!
You know, the whole shooting match. So you
I'm a.
catch up as much as you can, as much as you want to stand.
It just picked me up and set me straight down. Oh, that's not good. I gotta reset. Oh man. All right, I'm already. I already broke airframe number 1, guys.
Attaboy. Where are you?
The first airfield, Nielsen Wash. All right. Well, the nice part about this.
Something at Nielsen Wash. That's like the easiest one.
Yeah, it does not bode well.
I had my crash tonight.
It doesn't bode well for the rest of the airstrips. All right. Well, the nice thing about this is, I guess it just gives us.
It probably would be the easiest one if not for that like 18-knot crosswind.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Gives us a chance to take a look at some of the other airframes here, or some of the other liveries. So one thing about this NHAdrian mod is it will not let me just reload this particular mod. This particular plane, it will make us come back and do something different. So let's well, what do we want here? Ooh, that looks pretty fancy. The thing is, some of the oh no, I don't know where it's going to spawn me here. Some of these have some pretty advanced avionics. Okay, I like this one. It has the actual GTN 7 or 530. So we'll have to work with that. All right. Well, oh boy, there we go, guys. I literally could have almost just set it down without moving forward.
Brant, where are you? Nielsen Wash still?
A-firm. I'm Nielsen Wash, just getting airplane number 2 fired up. Well, like I said, hopefully that's not an indication of things to come, but maybe I'll just get better as the stream continues here. Kind of like last night's stream. The first landing that I had in the 737, it was pretty shaky. Uh-oh, now I'm not starting. What's going on? Do I have... I have my fuel turned on. I don't know if I have a camera view set up. There's a fuel lever down here.
My beverage, and I'll join you here in just a minute.
Sounds good. All right, let's see if we can get. Look at how beat up those guys' hands are.
Never admit you've run out of beverage.
All right, we're coming down here to take a look at.
I guess
Okay,
well,
that's
definitely for real going this time. I saw 757 spy pop in, so I wanted to come in and say hi real quick. But good night, all, and we'll talk to you later this week.
See you, Rob.
See you,
Good
Rob.
night, and thanks for your help on the Discord today. Appreciate it.
All right.
Happy landing.
What do I have? What do I have here? I don't think those matter. Maybe it's not going to let me restart anything. Oh boy. Yeah, maybe it's going to say you have to reload X-Plane. Let's try one other. Last time I did this, all I had to do was just pick a different livery here. Let's try this one. If that doesn't work, we'll have to restart, and you know, no big deal. We'll restart it and see what happens. All right, so I have power already set. Again, mixture full rich. Crack the throttle. Oh boy. All right, so yeah, so we're at that point where we broke it enough. I guess maybe the last one that I came in a little rough, it didn't break it all the way. But this one is requiring a restart. So let me do that. Apologize. Go grab yourself, like Downwind Sim, go grab yourself another tea, and hopefully it won't take too long to reload this baby. All right, what can I show you in the meantime? Well, how about this? Well, there's two things I'll show you. So this is, obviously, we're going to be heading Nielsen Wash. We're going to follow this road up here, and then we're going to intercept. This is Muddy Creek, and we're gonna come down here and hit Hidden Splendor, and then we're going to come back along this road and find Temple Mountain, which for me, this Temple Mountain strip has been the hardest one to find. And then, once we find that, all right, let's make sure we've got. Okay, we'll go back to the good old red. Since we're flying a regular one, we'll just go back. Nielsen Wash, and we will spawn, we won't spawn right on the active, just in case our friend Slan Alpha is heading our way. But anyway, so from here, north to Hidden Splendor, then northeast to Temple Mountain, and then from there, we're going to follow this road to the east, and hopefully we'll find Horseshoe Canyon. It's kind of one of the more remote strips in the area. It's the one that's definitely the farthest east, and kind of out here by itself. Mineral Canyon is right close to where we're at, but it's not one that's modeled in this scenery package, because if you see that little vertical line, that's just off the tile. So this is actually in a whole other tile. All of these airstrips are in the same tile, if you know, ortho-wise, if you know what that means. All right, so then from Horseshoe Canyon, we're going to be heading back, and I'm not sure what order here, but probably come in here to Angel Point, and then down the Dirty Devil, and either pick up Happy Canyon or below Buckacre, whichever way we do.
You guys enjoy your flight.
We'll slide back to Hanksville.
On the phone with Logitech.
All right, good luck, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Good night, guys.
But that'll be our order that we're attempting. Okay, we're back on the ground. We're getting blown all over by the wind. Ooh-wee. All right. The wind is activating our stall vane right now out there. Right. Well, you can't really see it, but that wind is blowing hard enough that it's flipping that stall vane. All right, I had to actually totally restart X-Plane because it wasn't letting me start anything. So I'm here, and I'll reconnect, and I'm at one of the parking places.
Nielsen or Hanksville?
Nielsen. No. Sorry. Yeah, Nielsen Wash. All right. I'm not
okay.
going to do the full.
I'm right behind you. I just saw you pop in.
All right. Not going to do the full walk around. I think we're pretty much ready to go. I don't know if we're, if we'll stay that way for long, but all right, here we go. Battery on. Nav light can come on.
You okay if I'm crank up my stream as well?
Absolutely, man. Get her fired up. And one more stream for me to watch. There we go. Avionics coming on. Hey, Kenny. How are you? I'm one airstrip in and one. I don't need pitot heat. One airframe down. That's how it's going for me. All right, so wind is still favoring like a little bit of a westerly flow here, so I'm going to go ahead, turn around, back taxi, and go from there. Okay. Let me get everything, make sure that the compasses are synced, and what was it, 2.9 or 9 or 1? Is that what our 2.9 or 9 or 3 now? Get that set. That is semi-important. Out here, high altitude flying, a lot of fun. Okay, I think we're ready. BC 5000. Welcome to Prop Culture. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Starting to fog things up. You can tell I'm nervous. Heavy breathing here. I'm worried I'm going to wreck more airframes. Nielsen Wash traffic November 11816. We're going to be taxiing back to the east and for west departure. Maybe. Stuck in the mud here. There we go. Must have some rain. So I'm not gonna worry about the signs. I'm gonna make you go read the signs. By the way, if you didn't participate in the Bush League backcountry fly-in tonight, there are customized Bush League signs at each airfield, and if you collect all the riddles, all the words essentially, you can solve a little riddle. So I'll let you guys do that. Man, I'm really having to a lot of throttle to get going here. What's going on? All right, Downwind, I think we're going to go try to find Hidden Splendor next, if that's all right with you.
That'll be fine. On my way. I need to start up here, just so I'll be with you.
Yeah, I will not get too far away, I promise. All right, here we go. We're lined up. We are notch of claps. And I'm going to lean things out just a little bit here. Need all the power I can get. As I look at sectional, looks like I should be able to hang a right and follow the road to the north. And that, you'll see there's a pretty good sized canyon that we're aiming for here that Muddy Creek runs through, and that's kind of our next big waypoint. Nielsen Wash traffic November 11816. We're departing VFR to the west. We'll be making a right traffic departure and heading north, Nielsen Wash. All right, let's see if we can get this bird in the air. Did I mention 18 knot gusts? I like to make excuses, way ahead of time.
Yeah, that's our kind of weather, right?
there's 60. Sorry, there's 40. We need about 55. Lift that nose up, and there we go. Gear. Flaps are coming up. Nielsen Wash traffic, November 816, right crosswind departure. We're going to be heading north, Nielsen. All right, brakes, mixture set. Yeah, I do have the mixture set. And yeah, no brakes are on. But it was a slow crawler. I'll tell you one thing I need to do is I need to get my noise canceling headphones back on. There we go. Hey, by the way, Aris, Kenny, Wookie, I'm breaking in a new headphone and mic. So tell me how the levels are. How's the airplane level? How's my voice level? How's the overall level of the stream? Let me know. The one I had 2 months ago died. I got a replacement, and it was okay, but the mic was super quiet, and so I had to order another one. I'm going to return that replacement that I had, but only if this sounds halfway decent.
Did you hear me on the on the VATSIM audio?
I did not, but it's because I have my comms turned off like always. So nobody, so you didn't hear my radio calls either there, did you?
I got you now.
Okay. All right, yep, I keep forgetting to do that. That's, all right, that's why we have checklists. And we follow those checklists even if it's just a quick, short bush hooligan flight. I'm just about out of water here. All right. So this is another one that's probably about a 10-mile flight or so. And again, we're looking for a little bit of a notch in the face over there. All right, thanks, Wookie. Appreciate that. Thanks, Kenny. Yeah, the other one I had, it was like...
How's the winds here?
It's really super low. I'm still showing a 17 knots. 217 at 17. According to Active Sky. Yeah, and I'm with you, Wookie. I don't know enough. So like if I don't get something that is pretty good like right out of the box, I struggle myself. So I did, when I searched for this one, you know, I looked specifically for, you know, ones that had a good rating for the you know, the microphone. The most common rating on this one was, or the most common feedback was, microphone doesn't suck. I'm like, all right, that's the one I need, I guess. These are, I gotta look. They're HyperX Cloud Flight. And yeah, so far so good. The ones I had before were also a pretty reputable brand, and I haven't taken them back yet. They're Astro A10s, and they, like I say, they weren't bad. They just the microphone just was really low, but they fit well, and the sound, I actually think the sound might have been a little bit better than what I'm getting out of these right now, but I just felt like I was having to holler the whole time to have people hear what I was saying. And then when I would turn the volume of the plane down, then the whole stream was just like super quiet. So, you know, that wasn't good either. Okay, I think I'm coming up this little area right here to our 11 o'clock. I think is where Muddy Creek cuts through. And all right, hey, thank you. Them's my shoes. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Canyon Lands of Utah. We're trying to find a field called Hidden Splendor. And it's a very, very challenging one. This might be one of the tougher ones to land on. I gotta get my chair adjusted here. But and just because we're gonna have to be making almost a downwind landing just because of the terrain. So we will see how that goes. Them's my shoes. Thanks for pushing that follow button. Welcome to Prop Culture. Great to have you along. All right, I am going to start to head into the canyon here, and with any luck, on the other side we'll see Hidden Splendor. Might have actually overshot it a little bit. Yeah, I think this is the one I need. That's the river I need to follow. And again, you'll see what I'm talking about. So the wind's right now kind of favoring more of a westerly approach, which is basically the direction we're heading. It's actually, to be totally honest with you, it's favoring more of a south approach, 217. But we're going to have to turn around and, well, maybe when we make the full turn, we'll be heading to the southeast at least, and not have to have it 17 knots right at our backs. That's where it gets kind of tough. But I just don't know that there's a way to land. Yeah, I just don't. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Semi-nice view, I'd say. All right, so down on this kind of our 1 o'clock now. Start to see, yep, just coming in right there. I'm nosing down. You can see what I'm talking about. I guess we'll actually be turned back into it pretty well. That'll be all right. Hidden Splendor traffic, November 11816. We're on the left downwind for south approach, Hidden Splendor.
And 8 Hotel Sierra is still outside the canyon.
All right, let's get the speed under control here first and try to manage that a little bit here. Toss a notch of flaps in. Yeah, actually we might be, with the configuration, we may be in really good shape, honestly. Hidden Splendor traffic, November 816, left base to final for a south approach, Hidden Splendor. See if I can get it found. I feel like I'm really high right now. Where are you, buddy? There you are. Yeah, I am a little bit high, aren't I?
Hanksville traffic, Cessna November 320 Bravo Charlie, taxiing to runway 27, Hanksville.
All right, we got another guy gonna join us. Fly along, gotta love it. Shoot, yeah, we're actually not too bad. Fairly into the wind right now, so I love it.
Steady, steady.
Don't jinx me. Second notch of flaps here. Oh, we're really, really fast. Can I bleed some speed? I got the need to bleed speed. Getting down there a little too far. Was that bad? what, it's not wanting to stop either.
It's pretty rough.
Was it really? Oh, I
And
may
it's
not
going to be
stop.
really rough here if you just sail off the end.
Man, oh man.
Oh, that was
Two
close.
strips, 2 planes.
Hanksville traffic, Cessna 20 Bravo Charlie, taking runway 27.
I don't know if I can turn around here.
To the south, Hanksville.
I don't know what works and what doesn't work. I gotta make this turn. Oh my goodness! I gotta show you. Oh, I gotta show you something about this place. By the way, you'll get a kick out of this. See if I can get over there. I don't know that anybody. Did anybody find our little this little Delta Victor hidden gem at?
I think Rob found it. Yeah, I think Slant Alpha. If I did find.
There it is. Yeah, that's our buddy Rob, Slant Alpha Adventures. We just left that there for fun for him. And I'm about to join him here because I'm messing around and I'm not going to make this turn. Whew, okay. Well, I did activate the EPIRB, but I still have a flyable airplane. I'm not going to turn the thing off. I know that's all I can say. And we'll just roll with it. Oh, by the way, you have to depart this way, so I don't know where I'm going. Let me pull off here to the side, and we'll check on downwind sim. And downwind sim position report.
We're just entering the canyon now.
All right, we'll wait for you here at the end of the runway. Okay, we'll try to find a spot here to park and see if we can't pick up our friend Slant Alpha on his way in. Whew. Okay. Rob's saying, yeah, I thought it was the runway. I crashed by him in a practice flight. So really, was it really that hard? Oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah, we got visual. Oh man, he's coming in on the flyby. Not quite the same effect as PosCon, but still pretty cool. So I hope that's kicking up a little bit of dust and not smoke from my engine.
All right. Holy cow.
Need to go over and get his stream pulled up. Dang it. Alright, I'll have his stream pulled up for us for the remainder. See what it's like in his. Yep. All right. So that's him. He's on the ground.
All right. Just to rub it in your face, I stopped almost before the sign.
Yeah, I'm not getting in a landing competition with you, buddy. Now get off the runway so I can take off.
Okay.
He does a good job. I've said it before. Probably the best sim pilot that I've ever seen. All right, so now it's time for Hidden Splendor over to Temple Mountain. I think what we're going to do is we'll depart to the north. We'll turn back around. We'll get through that canyon. We'll pick up that road and we'll kind of head down the road here to Temple Mountain. So yeah, them's my shoes.
I'm right behind you whenever you're ready to go.
It's a propeller-driven stream. That much I can tell you. Am I always in the 152? No, not always. I do have a little bit of a series called Nowhere Fast that I've been flying, and then of course this is a spin-off or a connection with another event that we do every Monday, the first Monday of the month, I should say, called Bush League Mondays, or the Bush League Backcountry Fly-In. And that just happened to be the plane I'm in. So I'm usually in this plane or the Prop Strike 172 for this backcountry stuff. But if it has a propeller on it, I like to fly it. So I've got all kinds of those. And then every so often, I guess my little guilty pleasure is vintage airliners. So I kind of like the DC-8 and the L-1011, and I also have a 737-200, a 727. You know, so any of those planes that are kind of vintage airliners, I do like that. So, but yeah, it's primarily GA prop-driven streams. And Hidden Splendor, November 1, 1816, we're going to be departing VFR to the north. We'll be making a right-hand departure and exiting, climbing up back out the canyon. Hidden Splendor. All right, a notch of flapolas. Our trim is back to takeoff. Yeah, so if this is your jam, you're in the right spot, because we've got a pretty good group of GA guys, and happy to connect with others that enjoy the same thing. And we do this kind of stuff on a weekly basis.
And 8 Hotel Sierra will be number 2 out of Hidden Splendor, same runway.
This is most definitely a tailwind departure, so I may have to do the old launch off the ski jump here, which is why we installed it. Whee! There we go. We're up. Oh man, we got to get some airspeed here. Oh baby, come on. Oh baby, that's no giving. Man, that's no gimme. We're still not totally clear. Jeez, come on, baby. Climb up, climb up, climb up. We can't be more than 5 feet above the terrain right now. Whew, thank goodness for another canyon. Oh man, we're toast. We're toast. We are toast. Oh, how did we miss that? Holy cow. Hidden Splendor. Traffic, we've decided to make a left crosswind departure, and we're climbing now through 5,300 up the canyon and out of Dodge. Wow, that was so close. Did you see how close that was?
Did you see my fireball?
No, I didn't. Oh no. And 8 Hotel Sierra, we will inform search and rescue of your last known coordinates. Whoa.
Please do. Thank you.
Whoa. That never happens. Yeah, I'm going to have to get on the stream. I was too busy almost running into a hill myself. Boy, I don't know how we missed that. That was crazy. We would have almost been better off just trying to depart this way and just try to weave our way up the canyon. Whew. All right, that was interesting. Wookie 42. Things I got to do to earn your follow, man. Risk life and limb. Oh man, that was good. Thanks for clicking that follow button. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So them's my shoes. Wookie is one of the guys that you need to connect with. You know, we've got a couple of them on here. Kenny Monster, Rob Valkyrie. Those are just some top-notch dudes. There's the Hound is in here as well, and just some really good folks. Jet Pilot Cinnamon, he's a part of a club that we belong to called the Virtual USA Flying Club, which is kind of a GA-driven club. And so yeah, all the way back, I look in my stream here, David 4DW. A lot of quality people, and a lot of fun to hang out with. So glad to have you along. Now I need to find. I'm out of this darn canyon. Did you see when I got across the canyon? It just lifted me right up. I love the.
All right, radio check again for 8 Hotel Sierra.
5x5. I love the flight dynamics here around these hills, the updrafts and downdrafts and all that good stuff. Hey, JPC's tossing in the invite code here, so there's a little bit of a sign up process there. Them's my shoes. You have to have a VATSIM ID, and you know, you have to. There's a welcome page that you go to and you get approved and all that good stuff. But it's not that hard, but it does kind of keep the spammers and the people that maybe aren't real serious about, you know, flight sim and are just more in the mood to horse around, kind of keeps them folks at bay. So that's why we do it. But the group, it's another group that hosts several events and really active. And I want to say, you know, we're to the point now where we almost, the Virtual USA Flying Club is, if they're not hosting, they're involved in a GA event almost weekly. JPC, wouldn't you say that? Wouldn't you say it's nearly a weekly deal? It's pretty darn close if it's not. Okay, by the way, I'm heading due east, and I don't need to be heading due east. I need to be kind of staying along the reef here. This is called the San Rafael Reef.
Melvin, where you heading up to Temple Mountain?
A firm. I'm trying to find that road that heads kind of northeast.
All right, Hidden Splendor traffic, Skyhawk 748, Hotel Sierra is departing runway 15 to the east, and we'll be flying out of the canyon.
So anyway, but that we're getting to the point with that group where we're starting to have some really good numbers. You know, routinely 20 guys or more flying these GA events, flying these little prop-driven airplanes, and just having a ton of fun. So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, that's another nice way to get connected with people that enjoy that as well. So another, again, about 10-mile leg, got the timer going, and it's just a matter of, like I say, following this little terrain feature. I haven't really picked up the road just yet, but I think generally speaking we're heading in the right direction here. Here's a little bit of a wash that is part of that, and
all right, that's the last time I'm following you out of a runway the wrong way.
yeah, that was a mistake, but I didn't know if it was even possible to depart the other way, but apparently that's what we should have been doing. Don't have much time to seriously sim at the moment. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, and it's so just tune in and kind of get to know the people that do this kind of stuff, and then yeah, when you get your new machine built, you'll be ready to rock and roll and ready to make a good informed decision. All right, I think that peak that's over the top of where we're heading right now, I think that's a little bit of a landmark, perhaps. We do have something called Temple Mountain, although I, for the life of me, don't know exactly where Temple Mountain is. I guess that could be Temple Mountain out there by himself, but ooh, so Ares the Hound has an initial cockpit build. Ooh, yeah. Say again, 8 Sierra.
Check your Wikipedia for Temple Mountain.
Yeah, I've got all the time in the world to do that, buddy.
Where's Al South when you need him?
He just checked into my stream, actually. Hey, Al South, how are you? Were your ears burning? Al South is this little, not the little guy that's at our 12 o'clock, but the bigger guy in the distance. Is that Temple Mountain? Let me give you a little bit of a baseline for where we're at. We just departed Hidden Splendor. This is Hanksville, Utah. We departed Hidden Splendor. We turned, and now we're kind of heading north along this road to Temple Mountain. And so there's a highway here. I don't even know what highway this is, and another highway that we're following. And it seems like it would make sense that that guy right there could be called Temple Mountain. I'm staying tuned. Al South MIA is the unofficial historian of the flight, or excuse me, of the stream. So we'll watch and see what he comes up with here. Beautiful, beautiful ortho scenery.
Al South on the hunt.
Just incredible, incredible country. Alright, so we want to stay along this road, and like I say, the road intersects, it's in Utah. Sorry, I should have specified that. Canyonlands, Utah, kind of the southeastern corner. Well, maybe just the southern part, kind of Moab, you know, Horseshoe Canyon, Arches National Park area. Alright, but anyway, back to my thought. When this highway intersects, it's got a perpendicular road that it intersects. That's where our airstrip is, and this is, for me, always the one that I find the trickiest to find, because it's very, it really blends in to the surrounding scenery. I don't know if that's Temple Mountain. Probably not. I just want to make it down one time here without setting off an alarm. That's my goal. Now that right there, that could be Temple Mountain, for all I know. A little hill. I don't know. Looks like it from the mountaineering site. Oh, okay. So this guy right here, this dude out by itself. Yeah. So probably a big rock climbing destination type of place. Yeah, thank you. Them's my shoes. Appreciate that. By the way, you guys, I do have a little landing rate deal if you want to participate in it, and when I'm in X-Plane, I should say. So you can get warmed up, and you can get warmed up by predicting some of these landings that I'm doing right now, and then when I head back to Hanksville, that final landing will be a chance for you to earn yourself a spot in the right-hand seat there, the Captain Awesome spot at the on the page there. Oh, Al South, I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see that. Oh my Lord, Al South, what are you doing to me? Al South just posted something terrible on my chat, Ralph.
Dare I even look?
And just put your wallet away before you look. All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
So here's the T, and I think maybe I already missed it. Yeah, so I do need to land the other way. Temple Mountain traffic, November 11816. We're overflying the field. We'll be entering a left downwind. Actually, we're just going to do a 360 over midfield and enter a left downwind for south approach Temple Mountain. All right, it's right here. Trust me, it's right here. You aren't going to see it probably very well on the overfly, but it's down there. If you see it better this way. No, definitely not. All right, so we're going to spin around here. $20, Al South. You're right, and I need air quotes, right? I really need a BizJet for X-Plane, man. I've got a couple of them now in P3D, but I don't have one yet for X-Plane. So Bombardier Challenger, if you're 20 bones. If you're 20 bones on the 20th, you may be mine. All right, so here we go, coming around. Yeah, I have a Phenom 300, Embraer Phenom 300 in P3D and really like it. All right, so it's down there. Trust me, it's down there.
And 816 over Temple Mountain, we have you inside 8 Hotel Sierra. We're south of the field from you.
Roger that. 816, we're turning now left downwind for departure back to the, I guess, southwest Temple.
Did you do a full stop there or just touch and go?
I actually haven't been on the ground just yet. I just located the field, and I'm gonna set up for an approach back to the south.
Okay, Roger. We'll be number 2 behind you.
All right, notch of flaps coming in here, and this is obviously not ideal because we have quite a bit of terrain here, so we're actually going to have to this is going to be a little bit of an angled approach. We're not going to be able to fly probably the best, squarest base to final that we want, but anyway, we'll make it work. And we're trying to not set off any alarms this time. Technically, we haven't really broken any airframes. We have damaged some gears and we've set off alarms.
Alert, pull up.
At Temple Mountain traffic, November 816, we're going to be turning left base to final for an approach to the south, Temple Mountain. All right, here we go. Temple Mountain, 5,200 feet, so we're in pretty good shape altitude-wise. Can I find the road? That's what I'm looking for. The road leads me to where I need to be. Start by lining myself up with the road, and then the airstrip is just adjacent, kind of runs parallel to the road. In fact, the end of the airstrip actually looks like it cuts into the road just a little bit. All right, a little too fast again. I've carried way too much airspeed in to all 3 of these approaches here so far, and I'm doing it again, so that's not good. We're going to get turned, and you'll see kind of the parting of the Great Sagebrush, and that's our airstrip. There we go. At least it's nice and long, so we should be all right here. Let's see if we do better. Holding her off, holding her off, holding her off. That was much better. 120. At Temple Mountain traffic, November 816, we're just going to hang a left and taxi back through the Sagebrush Temple.
Yep, 8 Hotel Sierra is on about a half-mile final for Temple Mountain.
All right, much better. Am I sure that's a runway? Not really, but yeah, never mind the Sagebrush. These propellers, they're some sort of carbon steel fiber, and they just cut right through. We could do a little slalom course here, I guess. Well, Al South, thanks for the heads up. I appreciate that. I have definitely tried to support the flight sim community as much as I could this month. I get it. It's hard times all over, and so, you know, I'm trying to do things to help everybody out. I'm sure you guys are in the same boat. You try to hit those small town restaurants that are staying open a little bit more than you normally do, but I even, you know, these developers, they're not big time guys, and so if they're gonna, you know, be nice and offer a sale, I'd like to help them out a little bit. Yeah, there's a little 180 tail dragger, and there's Al South's.
Did you say sale?
There's Al South's yellow coupe that he left up here from the last time he was up here. And yeah, when you fly up here, you're going to see these banners, and on the back of them, there's some important information if you want to solve the word puzzle. What's the official name for the word puzzle that we're trying to solve here?
I don't know. Is there a name for the puzzle? It's like a jumble. Is that what you're thinking? Word jumble?
Yeah, you said your wife really enjoys playing them, but I couldn't remember exactly what they were called.
Yeah, it's similar to a word jumble.
All right, well, I think we're... Good Lord, I don't know. We're down there close to the end. We maybe went through it just a little bit. Probably be just as smart to just try to take off on the highway here, wouldn't it? All right. There we go. Next stop, Horseshoe Canyon, my good man.
Sounds great. Is this Al's hot rod parked?
Affirm. All right. And Temple Mountain traffic, November 8/16 on the roll, southbound departure VFR Temple. Ground effect, ground effect, ground effect, ground effect, ground effect. There we go. So we can almost go direct south. We sort of just want to stay on this highway here, to be honest with you. And then there's a couple of there's some terrain that you also can use.
8 Hotel Sierra departing to the south from Temple Mountain.
There's a few guys out there that you keep your eyes on that you know, help you out a little bit as well. But at the end of the day, this road will take us basically where we need to go. It does cut a little bit more to the south. Like right here, it kind of cuts down to the south a little bit. But Colby 08, how are you? Happy Monday, my friend. Welcome to the Canyon Lands of Utah. And we're on our way from a strip. This was Temple Mountain that we just departed, and we're on our way to Horseshoe Canyon. Good to have you along. Got our friend Downwind Sim flying along with us. I think he's in the Prop Strike 172, so he's got a little more. He's got some more horses under the hood than I do in the 152. But I think we also have, if I'm not mistaken, somebody else in the neighborhood as well here. Joe Ferris, I think, is somebody that's flying around. So yeah, somebody else departed from Hanksville a little while ago, and I didn't pay attention to who it was. So I think, like I said, I think we have 3 people still putzing around. We had a really fun Bush League Monday. We must have had 20 people, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, at this altitude, so I am leaned, and actually I'm a little bit over throttling here, but them's my shoes. If you have real pilot experience, I welcome any and all feedback, because I obviously do not. And so things like that, if you see things that I should be doing differently to make it a little bit more by the book, feel free, point them out. I probably should have went well, no, I've just kind of left it leaned out, I guess. And is it appropriate to, when you depart, is it okay to have it leaned just a little bit, or do you have to, or should you go more you know, full rich on departure? Because I tend to, above 3,000, I tend to lean it out and then just kind of leave it alone, and just to try to get the most performance. Alright, so here's our road heading south. We want to make sure we don't get to where we're heading back towards Hidden Splendor, which is right down that way, right past Temple Mountain. Learned a little something today. That is actually officially Temple Mountain. Perhaps I've lost my highway. Well, we'll just make our way. Yep, I think I went a little. I think I chased the wrong road here. All right. Well, that's the other thing about this group that I do appreciate, is there are some people with some real world experience, and they'll like I say, they'll give you they won't overwhelm you, because obviously if you're like me and you're not you have 0 hours in a real airplane, you're not going to be able to take it all in, but they'll point out little things here and there that help you out. So like I say, I do appreciate that and welcome that. We even have one guy, Jet Pilot Cinnamon, who we've adopted as the official CFI, the unofficial CFI of the channel, and every now and again he'll even take a few minutes after the flight and do a little bit of a debriefing with us, which is really, really awesome. Lean to best power, and then lean to peak EGT as you fly. Yeah. All right. Here I am flying east-ish, southeast-ish. Excuse me.
Are you lost yet?
Yes, that's A-firm. Trying to pick up that road there that runs us down towards the Canyonlands National Park.
Yep, I'm on it from the hard paved road coming up from Hanksville.
All right, I'm going to turn and head due east, and I should intercept it here in just a few. And I'll keep my eyes peeled for you as well.
So look for there's a little mesa out here all by itself. That's what you're wanting to head for.
I kind of remember that a little bit from the past flight. Oh, I think I've got the road. All right, so we can turn and get on this road. This road will take us.
Okay, I'm just coming up on the 90-degree turn that is on the sectional. It's right at the 030 radial at the edge of the compass rose. I'm right at that hard 90-degree turn.
Okay, I'm probably about 5 miles behind you then. Okay, so he's talking about this. He's talking about right here. He's hit this little 90-degree turn, and we want to just follow this road all the way down, and it kind of leads us over to this horseshoe bend area. But right out in front of us, I think, is where that turn happens. Figured out that the chaos of these bush events just absolutely kills any semblance of realistic aviating on my point. Yeah, well, there is an element where, or there is always that sense of wanting to be as realistic as possible, but generally speaking, my desire to just have fun almost always overpowers that. And I don't know, Slant, if you've been watching, I'm 3 airfields, and I've already set the EPIRB warning system off twice, 2 out of 3 times. But I'm currently on a 1 butter streak, so I'm rolling with that. All right, so we maybe not here. Maybe we're a little further behind than we thought. Basically, lean till the RPMs are the highest. Yeah, and I know with some of these, like with the A to A, they have the gauge, actually the temperature gauge, where you can do a true lean or rich of peak. This one I don't think has that. I haven't been able to to really do that. It has oil temp and pressure, but it doesn't really have that EGT gauge that you need. So that is what I do. Is I just try to jump over to the RPMs, and I'll just keep there I was able to nudge it a little bit farther back and pick up just a few more RPMs, and yeah, but I don't worry a ton about that in this plane. To be totally honest, the whole point about this plane is to have the longest flight I can. So if I can stretch a 90-minute flight out into a 100-minute flight, to me that's 10 extra minutes of flying, and that's kind of what I like. Well, I'm actually heading back to the southwest again somehow. How am I doing that? I am going the wrong way is what's happening here, folks. I'm just going the wrong way. I'm going to head back towards that little mesa. And there's the area we're heading right there out in front of us. That's the Canyonland, the horseshoe area that we need, but that I'm way too far south of that stuff up there.
Okay, 8 Hotel Sierra position report. We're right over the second hard left-hand turn at the 051 degree on the Victor 8 airway. Where that's marked on the sectional, that's our current location. And
position report for November 8/16. We currently have the moon at our 12 o'clock.
Very good.
I saw the celestial navigational post that Slant Alpha put on his in his channel, so I'm using that already.
That's a skill I'm not aware that you had.
Me either. All right, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna use a little bit of radio navigation to get myself back on track. I am seeing approximately a 060 outbound from the Hanksville VOR. So I don't do this very often, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll that guy in. Well, maybe I was okay. Maybe I was all right. This is saying I'm way north of that. So, Now I'm really lost. Cheater, Kenny Monster says. Yeah, and the sad part is, I'm cheating and it's making me more lost. Boy. Well, I know I can't get. I know I'm not going to get there.
You lost again.
Going south. I know where I'm at. I'm in Utah. I know I'm not going to get there going south. I'm going to turn heading east here, and if I have to.
Okay, I'm on the 060 radio out of Hanksville, 16.7 miles.
Yeah, I've got that tuned in, but I'm a little ways from that just yet. Am I reverse? Oh, you know what? I'm reverse tracking that because it's an outbound, aren't I? So there it is. Now it's coming in. All right, so we're getting closer. We're getting closer. That's right. That got me the other day when I was flying into Nantucket. Part of this road that I need to follow is actually a dirt road too, if I'm not mistaken. Well, again, now we're getting a little bit closer to those bluffs, which is a good thing. Yeah, this might be, actually, that might be the road I need. I know I've said that a few times. Okay, we're going to get to the 060. We're almost there. And then we will turn ourselves 060. And that'll head us in the right direction anyway. Now, whether we can actually find the needle in the haystack, that's a whole different story. But at least we'll know we're kind of back in the right neighborhood. Can I still see Temple Mountain over there? Yeah, just that's it, right? All right, well, I know if I have to, if worst comes to worst, I'll go back to Temple Mountain and I'll start over. How's my fuel looking? Ooh, not so good. Hey, what's the gas prices there at Horseshoe Canyon? Do you know?
think you left some fuel here the last time, so I'd say free.
Sweet, there's still a couple of barrels. Awesome.
But it looks like I'm going to get there first, so I'll save you a few drops.
I appreciate that. All right, so here we go. Well, we're definitely taking a little bit of a adventurous route, but yeah, that's the southern end of that kind of Horseshoe Canyon area. Stay on the 16 or the 060 and just make our way until we see something that looks familiar. Gawking around a little bit. There is a little bit of a drainage. Just trying to figure out if I can make heads or tails of. Yeah, I think I'm actually needing to go back a little bit more to the north. If worse comes to worse, I can head basically due east, and I can pick up the Green River, which runs, it just winds all the way through that canyon slot lands there, and then at a certain point you're going to see the airfield. But oh geez, maybe not. Yeah, the farther north I get, the worse I get. Okay, well, I'm gonna head over this way. I know I got to get east. At some point, I've got to get east. That's the spot over there. That's the terrain I'm looking for. We may be a little too far north now, but we're going to just aim for the Green River, which the Green River runs north and south, so if we're going east and west, we're going to find that Green River, and then we'll kind of see if we're, north or south of our 060. The 060, again, is just an estimate. I think it's pretty close. It does look like that VOR is kind of pulling back into alignment here, so with any luck, we'll be there soon. All right, Al South. Thanks for stopping in, even if it's just for a few. Remember, check back in. We're doing that 20 for 20, 20 planes in 20 days celebration, and which, by the way, for those of you that are new to the stream, you don't know it, but you are now entered into a drawing for a $25 gift certificate I'm going to give away on the 20th of April. And again, just my way of celebrating a whole year on Twitch. Unbelievable, but I want to give back to you guys because you guys are the ones that have made it so much fun. All right, here comes that old 060 again, so maybe we're doing all right. And here comes a road that looks suspiciously familiar. Tell me what you think, guys and gals. Have we maybe picked this road back up here? If so, what we'll be looking for is there's a little fork in the road where one of the dirt roads runs to the south.
8 Hotel Sierra is over top of Horseshoe Canyon. We're going to head over to Mineral Canyon for just a minute, and then we'll be back here at Horseshoe Canyon.
Take your time. But I think this might be the one that's running east. And so we'll keep our eyes peeled for that spur that shoots off to the right-hand side. As you can see, again, we're on that 060 radial. So, look at. I joke about the celestial navigation, but look where the moon is. Maybe we just need to keep the moon at our 12 o'clock the whole time. I don't know. But like I say, if this is that road, we'll see pretty soon. We'll see a little right-hand spur, and at that point, actually, you can pretty much just kind of cut straight across at whatever heading, kind of an eastbound heading, and it should take you where you need to be. Oh, Kenny, I think so, man. I got to be a good 10 minutes out yet. All right. So let's just keep our eyes peeled for a dirt road that's heading off to the south. And again, what I like about this, oh, did I just see some lights over there? No, I thought I maybe saw some lights from 748 Hotel Sierra. What is my ortho source? I'm using Bing for this one, Bing level 16. EbDub 1977. Hello, sir. Welcome to Prop Culture. Thank you so much for pushing that follow button. It's great to have you along. If you are an expert navigator, definitely would appreciate any help right now. But I think we're going to be getting pretty close. Yeah. So them my shoes. If you have not cooked any ortho down here in this area, it is without a doubt one of the richest airfield areas. Now, these airfields I did have to go in and do some work on, so this is not what you're going to see right straight out of the oven for ortho. But I'm happy to share, these airfields, and there's, like I say, there's 7 of them plus Hanksville. Well, 7 of them, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And 8 Hotel Sierra is going to drop into the canyon, into Mineral Canyon. We'll be back out in just a few minutes if we lose radio contact. Okay, Roger.
816, we just passed the fork in the road there by the Canyonlands National Park symbol on the sectional, heading straight into Horseshoe right now.
Affirmative.
So anyway, happy to share that stuff if you want to mess around with 7 or 8 pretty cool little bush strips. Stick around. I'll tell you how to get that here in just a little bit. That's really anyone's welcome to that, but a lot of fun working on these sceneries, to say the least. So yeah, that, by the way, that fork in the road there was what we were looking for, and that's important for us as we head back toward Angel Point, which is going to be our next airfield. So we just right now we just need to kind of maintain this well, really we need to be going a little bit more to the northeast slightly. Again, we've slid below that 060 a little bit, so we want to get that, want to re-intercept that bad boy. And maybe we're north of that.
Melvin, we got to do some work on Mineral Canyon. This is spectacular down here.
I'd be up for that whole tile, man. There's got to be 15 or 20 airstrips in there.
All right, add it to the list.
Roger. So I think we actually are north of where we're supposed to be here, guys. So Horseshoe Canyon it's on the other side of Green River. So it's on the, kind of the eastern side of the Green River, this canyon essentially. And yeah, I feel like the farther we go this way, the more our VOR needle is moving away. So I'm gonna turn around, and that looks suspiciously like what we need. Let's just turn around. Let's take a look. And November 11816. So we're turning. We're on the east side of the canyon, but we're heading south. We still haven't located the airfield, but I think we're getting close.
All right, 8 Hotel Sierra is on the ground at Mineral Canyon, and we're going to try to head back out.
So it's, as you can see, there's lots of spaces with lots of flat areas that could easily hold Bush airstrip, and so we'll just kind of keep our eyes peeled. And again, as we go south, of course, as soon as I turn south, now my VOR needle is just really going crazy. So I'm probably heading back. Well, maybe just heading back a little too abruptly toward that VOR. We'll take a look at this mesa. If that doesn't pan out, we'll take a look at the one right here at our 1 o'clock. We'll take a look at the one at our 12 o'clock. If those don't look good, then we'll turn east. We'll turn back around. We'll head north up this side, and I know we're in the neighborhood. Yeah, thanks, Slant Alpha. That's what I was gonna share. So, downwindsim.com. It not only has the scenery that we flew here, which is Bush League Part 6, but you're welcome to any of the sceneries that are there from the other 5 events. Some of them are ones that Downwind Sim and myself have made, and some are from some other add-on makers. Like one of our favorites is LP Nils. Of course, I think there's going to be a Mr. X in there or 2. Yeah, this is looking like actually I'm getting further away from where I need to be, unfortunately. Yep. All right. And November 11816. I think we should have went north when we went south, so we're turning back around, heading north up the canyon.
Are you serious? You went south?
Yeah, I thought I overcorrected and overshot it to the north. So, live and learn.
Devil's in the details, man.
I just wanted to see all the petroglyphs down here.
Yeah, Starflies and I were just talking about that we need to do a little patch and put that in.
Now that would be an Easter egg. Alright, well, back down we go, or I should say back up we go. And let's watch that VOR, see if it comes in there. Yeah. Alright, well, good deal. Good deal.
Mineral Canyon's pretty fun. I'm still climbing out of the canyon just to get out of here.
Oh, so it's right down there at the bottom, huh?
Yeah, it's right along the riverside.
Okay, well, we need something to do to keep us busy. Yeah, and the nice thing, them's my shoes, about this type of scenery pack is it's very low impact on, the file sizes aren't very big, and it doesn't really hit your frame rates. And so if you don't have, I flew around the X-Plane world for quite a while on a pretty moderate system, and had pretty good luck with this type of stuff. So it's, that's one of the definite benefits. So while you're here, them's my shoes, and let's see who else has popped in here. E-Dub and anybody else that's brand new. Again, go check out these guys that you're seeing in the chat. They're what make. They're the guys that have made my year so much fun. So make sure you check them out there. For the most of them, they're also streamers. They've got some good stuff, some good content. Very knowledgeable guys, fun guys, entertaining guys, and gals. I shouldn't just say all guys anymore. But make sure you check them out as well. And here comes our VOR needle, so I know we're getting a little closer. Didn't feel like this one was quite so camouflaged, but maybe it is. Isn't this one one that has 2 runways, 2 airstrips? It's almost like a cult. Yeah, it kind of is. Slant, you're right, man. Yeah, Starflies. We recruited her, and you're right. She is hooked, and I can tell you why I know that, because we gave her nothing but a steady stream of grief about 2 nights ago when she was trying. Oh, there we go. All right, field in sight. Field. Now, which way do I want to land? I actually need to come back around and land the other way. Horseshoe Canyon, November 8/16 is on a left downwind for an approach to the southwest, Horseshoe Canyon. Anyway, so we gave her just a rash of trash, and she gave it right back. So
here we have insight. We're north of your position.
She's another one of those, though, that's really nice to have around, because she's a real world pilot and does things. She does things as by the book as I've seen anybody in a sim, and really does a good job of talking through things and kind of explaining, what it is she's doing and why she's doing it. I mean, she went through. Downwind Sim was telling me the first time he watched her, she went through a pre-flight procedure in like a GA aircraft, and it was a 45-minute deal. And she said, people.
All right, 816, we just saw you go past. We're going to be number 2 behind you.
Roger. 816, we're turning left base to final, and approaching to the west for, let's see, where are we going? Horseshoe Canyon. But anyway, yeah. So she knows her stuff, and it's fun to listen to her. Where I get a kick out of people like her is like their radio calls are so good, like not like what I just did, and it's just fun to listen to someone who really knows what a radio call should sound like and all that stuff. So that's really what I try to do, is just copy the heck out of people that know more than me. Steal like an artist. Alright, here we go. We are lined up, and I do have my power setting finally to where I would like it to be here, about 1700. A semi-good glide slope here. So there's no way I'll stick this landing, but at least we're set up a little bit better for the first time.
All right, what are you doing, 816?
816 is on the ground, and we'll pull off to the right-hand side here for incoming traffic.
Alright, we're going to go right over the top of you.
Ah, sorry, man. Hey, alright, so there you go. You guys can start getting those predictions dialed in here. 221. So, Kenny Monster, the closer one here, but again, we have a lot more to go. And the one at the end is the one that counts. Since I don't have any swag to give away, I have to give away titles It's kind of like when your boss gives you the promotion, but without the pay raise, but you get yourself a new title. That's kind of what I do. A lot more. Well, yeah, I am. I'm gonna hang out and I had myself a bit of a day today, Kenny. So I'm treating myself to a late night of streaming, and let's see, we've got we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, and so that means that we have 3 more to go. So I would say, you know, probably another 45 minutes or so, I would say. So yeah, go get yourself some popcorn and be ready. If we didn't have to wait around all day for a downwind sim, we'd be a lot faster. But you know, that guy, Showboat. All right, Rob. Yeah, it's late. It is late. Latesville out your way. Holy cow, 1 bells. No, midnight. Sorry. Talk to you. Yeah, talk to you later on. Sorry, I'm gonna miss Wednesday, but I will be watching and intently. All right, so I think we're back down here roughly to the start. Oh no, we got a little bit more room to go. All right, and 8 Hotel Sierra, I'm going to go refill my water cup, but I'll be ready to go when you are.
Affirmative.
All right, hang tight. I'll be right back, guys. I'll give you an outside view here just in case we have a little bit of a incoming traffic situation while I'm away. Oh gosh, I missed him. He landed the opposite way. All right, be right back. Every house has that one faucet that has the coldest water in the house. That's our downstairs bathroom faucet of all places. What's going on here? Ugh. All right, Hotel Sierra, you want to lead the charge this time, or are we going to Angel Point?
Oh yeah, you want to give me the hard one to find? That's fine, I'm happy to.
Hey, firm. Okay, so we have to go back the way we came.
Alright, Horseshoe Canyon traffic. 8 Hotel Sierra is taxiing to the north for takeoff to the south. 8 Hotel Sierra.
And like he said, it's a little bit of a challenge. We come back out here, down that road where that Y was, and then there's a little bit of a draw. Kind of the first wash is what we're looking for. I'm going to try to stay on his 6. Because he is right, it's hard to find. We'll see if we can keep him in sight here as long as we can. Ride his wake a little bit.
for you to line up behind us.
Copy that. Flight at 2, ready for departure. If I can find a way around these sagebrush. There he goes. Are we going to attempt a formation departure here? I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. 8 Hotel Sierra.
See how close we can stay to him. There, now he's rolling. We're a little too close. There you go. That's kind of jumpy. Yep, he'll pull away from us. He's a little more under the hood than we have. There he goes. And we're right behind him. Flaps coming up.
Hotel Sierra is going to jump the canyon to the west.
And 816, we're on your 6. So again, we can almost track right back towards Hanksville on that 060. Stays semi close to that, but really the most important thing here is we're trying to pick up that road again. And the road, that dirt road, it essentially runs north and south. It kind of parallels the canyon, so we should intercept it here fairly quickly. It's just right on the other side of this canyon. As you can see, downwind's just steadily pulling away, little by little. So now we're starting to. We'll keep one eye on him and one eye for that little dirt road coming up. I'm redlining things here. I'm going to have to pull back on the power just slightly. Hey, that's 2 decent landings in a row, by the way, guys. Little by little, getting it's amazing what practice will do, right? All right. Yeah, we're just about to lose sight of downwind sim. I've got about a 5-mile kind of limit, I think, when in this pilot client. And if he doesn't have his lights on, which he may, but sometimes it doesn't show up, it's just like almost impossible to keep him. Almost. He must have the road there. It looks like he's turning a little bit.
I just turned my lights on. Does that help?
You know, this, unfortunately, that plane doesn't really show much, so that's all right.
Yeah, you know what? I think I discovered that on the last one, that the lights don't show up. So that's something to fix.
Yeah, some of them do. They really are overly bright, which is helpful, but others just don't. They don't do anything. All right. Well, we found the road. That's a good thing. We'll follow this road again until we come to that little spot where there's a little Y, and there's like a little triangle in the Y, and that's the spot we want to follow. And wait until you see this place. This is something else. Angel Point. This one might be my favorite. I don't know. I think Hidden Splendor is kind of the most challenging approach. Maybe, yeah. It's going to be one of these three coming up here. Angel Point, Happy Canyon, or Below Buckacre. The cool thing about Happy Canyon and Below Buckacre is they are, both of them are down in the canyon a little bit, which is kind of fun. Alright, that road's starting to bend around a little bit. It'll start to head back to the west, and right about that point is where the south offshoot, that's where we want to be. Is this it, actually? Let me look over here. A little too far away, maybe. Looking for that little triangle intersection. There's definitely a road heading that way, but that's not the one we're looking for. That doesn't have that triangle intersection. All right, got to head up here just a little bit further.
So do we make a left at the triangle intersection? Is that it?
That's what I'm planning on doing.
Okay, I just passed it, so I'm going to circle back around and take that.
Okay, yeah, we're just about there. I think coming up here any minute. Back there it is, right there. There's, see that little triangle?
Okay, Hotel Sierra is over that triangle intersection. Yeah, I'm just to your left.
Okay, yeah, 816. We're hanging a left at the triangle, heading south. And we figured it's the first wash. Hang right at the first wash.
Yeah, it gets tricky after this road runs down a ways and starts splitting off, and it gets a little rough to find which jump off place to take.
Yeah, so here's what we're looking at, just in case you're wondering. So we're on this little road right here, and then you can see it splits. There's a little V. This is a pretty noticeable wash, and we should be able to pick up a river that heads us towards Angel Point. But as you're going to notice as we're flying, all right, there's my road. There's all these little tiny, like, four-wheeler tracks that spit off here and there, and so it's kind of hard to figure out which is the main road. And then as you look on this side here in just a little bit, you're going to see, like, yeah, there's like a little drainage that goes there, and then there's another one up a ways, and so it, like Downwind saying, it's an inexact science here, but once we get down there, we tend to figure it out. I don't know why, but because there's nothing, it's, you know, there's nothing that's huge that just stands right at you that says, hey, this is where it ought to be. But like right here, here's a Y in the road. Is this the one we want? Well, I don't think it is, because that little offshoot is just a tiny little, you know, four-wheeler track. It doesn't really take you anywhere. Whereas the one on the road, or the one on the sectional, both of those forks go on for quite a while. Yeah, so that's not it. Somebody else trying to call in, I guess, huh? The other thing that makes this turn a little bit tricky is that this river is not necessarily like right at where the fork is, so you almost pick it up after you turn for a little while. This might be it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's tricky. Then you start to second guess yourself and you're like, is that the drainage over there? Which it probably is, but it might not be. I've totally lost where Downwind Sim is, so he's no help at all. Alright, I think I see our there's our Y in the road. Okay, November 8/16, we see the fork in the road, and we're going to start heading off to the right here, probably about at 2:30 or so, 2:40 heading. Maybe that was him.
All right, affirmative for 8 Hotel Sierra.
All right, here we go, boys and girls. Now it's all we have to do is find it. This is a really cool though. It's up on top, and it really is. There's like a prominent kind of point. I don't know. I really like it. Yeah, I guess it's more like about a 210 here, but I think we need to be, as soon as we pick up where the river basin is, then we'll kind of hang our heading a little bit more to the west. By the way, we keep that kind of that bigger, if you see the mountains in the background, that's a pretty good landmark. That takes you back. You follow those mountains and you're going to get yourself back around Hanksville. So it's kind of nice to have just kind of in the back of your mind there. Kenny got the refill. He's good to go. Alright, we're not so interested in following the road. Like I say, we're more interested in trying to pick up the drainage, which that could very well be it off our right hand side there. And at some point, well, there is a little bit of a creek that runs through here. So I'm thinking about 240. That's going to get us, and this might actually be it right here, honestly. It's one of these. It's either that one or this one here in front of us. It's one of these little spots. It's really a neat little location. Again, only about 10 miles away. The whole thing fits within about a 25-mile, or more than about 25 miles away from Hanksville at any one time. And we're looking at 5,280, so we're a little bit over pattern altitude right now. Just going to kind of keep our eyes peeled. The other thing I like about this scenery is it has a road that runs like right up to it. Like you could actually drive into it with a side-by-side or something, or a Jeep. Yeah, but I think this is it. I think I see the sagebrush. I think this is Angel Point coming up. So again, if the winds are staying the same as when we left, this is about the right approach angle, kind of that south or southwest 210. Yep, this is us. This is us. figure out where the...
Did you find it already?
A-firm.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, this has the fun departure off the ridge if we want it. Yep, there's the road that kind of leads to the runway, which is, or the airstrip, which is kind of right here. Let's just make sure. Yeah, this is...
All right, 8 Hotel Sierra has the field and the traffic in sight. We're going to do a upwind for, let's call it runway 21.
Yeah, I'm actually, as I'm kind of rolling out here, looks like it's about at 270. But I smell what you're cooking. We're gonna turn left, crosswind, and come back around to land to the west. Yeah, that's about 270. So that'll be a little bit more.
Do you have me in sight?
Negative.
Okay, we're just off your right wing.
Yeah, you must be a little higher than what I can see out my window right now.
A little lower and ahead of you a little bit. Go ahead and make your turn around to...
Alright, we're going to turn left downwind for runway 27, Angel Point. Whoa. The wind is kicked up a little bit here. It was not feeling too bad there at Horseshoe. But I can feel it kind of rocking us a little bit more. There we go. That's where we're heading. Whoa. That's where we're heading. Okay, we're going to grab a notch of flaps. Set our power to about 1800 RPMs. Trim it out here. Just a little bit above pattern altitude. And Angel Point, November 816, left base, runway 27, Angel Point. Classes are driving me nuts tonight.
Is there a cross runway here, Melvin?
Yes, there is. That's the one I want to take off from. And November 816, we're turning final, runway 27, Angel Point. Oh, we're way high. We're super high. Super high. Goodness sakes, we are way high. Alright, coming on down. Slippin', 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 slippin'. Goodness gracious. Good thing they need these super long runways for departure. Lets you kind of get away with a few things. And we have the brakes. And November 816, we're down, we're going to hang a left and back taxi towards the intersection.
Affirmative. 8 Hotel Sierra is on final for 27.
Kind of sliding her around right now. Okay, I want to go back because I want to depart off the end here. It's kind of fun. Plus it takes us towards our next airfield, which is Happy Canyon. Gotta keep our eyes peeled here for inbound traffic. There he is. Yeah, forget to predict. I think everybody's tired, Kenny. There we go. There comes downwind. He'll make it look easy. Oh yeah, look at that. That was nice. That was very, very nice, my friend. Okay, Hotel Sierra, I'm going to head up to the intersection here, and I'm going to turn left and back taxi to the end of that kind of the north end of the runway, and then we'll make a south departure.
All right, affirmative. We'll follow you.
Try to leave a little something here, you know, just so you know you didn't accidentally find something. It's there on purpose, you know. So the banner's there. There's, like I say, usually there's an airplane, sometimes a car, maybe a hangar or a building or something. How far can we go on this guy? Alright, Kenny, I'll try to remind you. And again, these ones here, these next two are just for practice, and then when we get back to Hanksville, that'll be the one that counts. And let me get to the end, we'll hop out and we'll just look around here a little bit, because you're gonna love this. I mean, this is just something else. Comes our buddy downwind sim, the old St. Louis Slammer, master of disaster. Alright, check this out. I mean, really? Come on. So there's where we're going to depart. We're just going to kind of do one of the old off the edge carrier launch deals, but I mean, right? Am I right?
All right, giddy up whenever you're ready.
Okay, Angel Point, November 8/16 on the roll, southbound. You get a lot of airspeed in a hurry, my friends. A lot of speed in a hurry. Alright. Is the plan to head out to the Dirty Devil River on this one? I forgot.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do, and then pick up Happy Canyon that has that unique rock structure.
Hey, firm. We're heading... Oh heck, about 240 right now.
Alright, affirmative, we'll be behind you.
Alright, so this Dirty Devil River is kind of part of the main channel here, and it runs kind of to the southeast a little bit, so probably about a 120 heading here, so we'll have to hang a hard right here in just a little bit. I think that's kind of the notch that we're looking for. Yeah, I think we're coming up on it right here. And this Dirty Devil canyon also runs you back towards Hanksville. Kind of keep those mountains. Those mountains there are just a little bit south of Hanksville. All right, we'll start the turn. And November 816, we're starting turn to the southeast along the Dirty Devil. I think the big one there is, maybe that one right there is Mount Ellen. And that's kind of like due south of Hanksville. Probably about 15 or 20 miles. So if you get lost, find that mountain, turn north, and you'll run right into Hanksville. Okay, so now what we have to do here is kind of have to check. So we took off Angel Point, we came down here to the Dirty Devil River. We're kind of heading on this little southeast heading. We just kind of have to keep checking these little draws, these little drainages, and we're going to come up to one here that has a pretty distinctive rock feature kind of in the canyon there, and that's the one that we want to turn at. So we're just going to continue to, like I say, just keep looking to our left. Keep checking out each one of these little canyons. I know they kind of all look the same, but I think once you see that rock formation, you'll see what I'm talking about. By the way, if you want to see what this is like, Downwind Sims talked about the VR experience. He's actually streaming this same flight in VR, and I don't feel bad if you want to go check that out. It's pretty cool. It's kind of takes a little bit of getting used to, and I think the cockpit experience is second to none. Everybody that I've talked to that have tried it has said, yeah, it's there's just no going back after you put on one of those things. I have not got to that point yet, though. I'm kind of holding out a little bit. I don't know. Plenty to go around, Kenny. Like I say, I totally understand. Open up 2 tabs, whatever. Alright, there's the Dirty Devil River. And we just kind of slowly check each one of these and look for that little, it's like a little spire. It's kind of a cool thing. Oh, you know what I forgot to do when I got the horseshoe? Wah wah. Forgot to put fuel in there. Need to make sure that I remember to do that when we land here. Happy Canyon, right? That's where we're going. Uh-oh. The other thing that's getting low is my new headphones. Hang tight.
816, you still out there? And it's not at the top level. It's one level down. It's like one level down from the top of the cliffs. So I think it's right up here. There's his beacon flashing. Guess he found it. All right, let's get her slowed down. Where are we? Parked at the hangar. Battery in his headset died. All right, 8 Hotel Sierra is on final at Happy Canyon.
All right, 8 Hotel Sierra is on final at Happy Canyon. He's had all kinds of headset problems. Runway here, and another one going here. All right, so we missed it. This one looks really short, so that would be a nice challenge. All right, let's take that. So Melvin, are you done with the? Are you done? I guess since you're out of juice for the evening. Circling, watching our stall warning gauge, making sure we're not going too slow. I'll finish without narration. Okay, very good.
All right, 8 Hotel Sierra is on turn and final for runway. I'm going to call it runway 18 at Happy Canyon.
Call it runway 18 at Happy Canyon. And I missed it. I overflew it. Here we go. Let's see if we can catch it. And we're down. That was a good one. That one felt really good. All right, so yoke in the lap helps. All right, butter. There we go, 117. I'll take it. All right, flaps are coming back up, and we'll go over and say hi to Mr. Leroy. In between the sagebrush. Sagebrush Scrooge. That's him. Probably helped the stream. I had so much trouble with getting oriented in Happy Canyon, I even had to climb up and do a launch procedure circling and reorienting and stuff. I get it. I get it. This is, it's difficult in VR, and when I can look at, you know, in VR, it's a lot like flying in real life, because you can turn your head around and look at stuff in any direction, and it really helps with you know, situational awareness, I guess. Melvin, I'm looking for the banner. I don't see it. Here it is. But it's still easy to get lost. So there you go. Vertical sim. This is sort of what we made. So this is a Blender object with some geometry that we can retexture really quickly. There's a Photoshop file that we can just slap this on and change and update it quickly, and then drop it into WED. So it has Happy Canyon, elevation 4941, and it's the April 20 Bush League Backcountry Fly-In Series. And then on the other side, we're able to put these little guys. So the message here is don't bring home the mining artifacts. And if you read about this place, this is an old mine, and if you land here, there's stuff all over the place that you could pick up and take home if you were a keeper. But they ask you to leave everything in place for the next people. So that's the deal. Keep it rolling, brother. One more to go, and then we'll head for home. All right. I guess that means I'm first. Below Buckacre. I guess, I guess you're listening to my stream? I guess so. All right, we're going to taxi to...
Happy Canyon traffic. Skyhawk 748 Hotel Sierra is back taxiing on runway
748 Hotel
29 for takeoff on 29. We'll be heading out of the canyon, then heading south.
For takeoff on 29. We'll be heading out of the canyon, then heading
test,
south.
test, test. Hey, all right, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I maybe got a little bit of juice.
I hear you.
Hey, I maybe just I plugged it in and maybe I have enough power to make it back. So.
Hey, I maybe just I plugged it in and maybe I have enough power to make it.
Okay, we'll mute him and hooey. Okay. Yeah, like I said though, it might have been better if I would have just left it off.
All right, 8 Hotel Sierra is on the roll for 29.
We'll head down that way. And essentially, if I remember right, it's just to climb up and over the top of the wall here, and then we're pretty much there. This is a very short leg. Yeah, that was weird. I heard the beep of my headphones, and I could still hear the audio coming through okay, but my microphone just had no power. There we go. All right. And November 816 on the roll, runway 29er. I'm going to get some airspeed, and then I'm going to toss a notch of flaps in here because I think this is a fairly short. Actually, this one's okay, but we'll get some airspeed going. We'll toss some flaps in. Right about the intersection. Yep, that'll work. And yeah, we're flying, boys and girls. And 8 Hotel Sierra, tell me the game plan here again. Are we going to go all the way back out to the main canyon, or are we going to try to hop over the top of the ridgeline?
I'll try to hop over the top. I'm just trying to gain altitude here.
Roger. Same here. Alright, so I think we can do this. I don't know if it's a shortcut or not, but we can kind of come back toward the airfield and chase up this little part of the canyon, and maybe, just maybe, have enough power to get up and over the top of this. Where will that put us, by the way? That's about a 180. That puts us in pretty good shape if we can just head out to the south. And we can do a climbing if we have to, little orbit here and gain altitude, but I actually think we're going to be just fine. 210 is even better. got it firewalled. I got the power leaned. The mixture, I mean, leaned.
Some of these trails around here are just unbelievable.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm getting a close-up view on the one on this mountainside right now.
Yeah, I was watching all of the ones that we flew along climbing out.
Whoa, not a lot of room to spare here. Almost touch and go.
This is Buckacre Ridge, right? That's why they call it below Buckacre?
I believe so. I just did touch and go on top of this ridge. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'll try that at home, kids.
Squirrel.
Yeah, don't try that at home, boys and girls. It was not an intentional touch and go either. Alright, I gotta figure out where the heck I'm at now. Right on the other side of this ridge line, I know that. So we're gonna just kind of make our way over here and turn and kind of come up this side. It is on this kind of this north side somewhere. Yeah, no midnight or mid-flight ELT. Yeah, if you would have been able to predict the touch and go, that would have been something. What was it, by the way? It wasn't too bad, was it? Like 300 or something? Alright. Here we go. Oh, 562. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't set off the alarm. Thought I had a little bit more performance than I...
Buckacre traffic, 8 Hotel Sierra is on the upwind for runway 23 at Buckacre.
Okay, we're looking for you, traffic. Yeah, we're heading in the right direction. Must be that extra couple of 100 pounds of fuel I put in there.
Alright, 8 Hotel Sierra is on downwind for 23 at below Buckacre.
So now he's coming back at me. Now, what's your altitude, 8 Hotel Sierra?
5,000.
Oh boy. We're on a little bit of a collision course, maybe.
I'm looking.
Let's get up here a little bit. Get a bird's eye view.
Alright, I'm turning base to final for 23 at Buckacre.
And this is a 4,500 foot elevation.
So at least you won't hit me that hard.
Yeah, we still don't have the field yet, so don't put it past me. Alright, where are you, field? Why do I have a feeling... Why do I feel like I've flown past you? I might be too far down now. Yeah, I think we maybe are. A little too far. Once we get to the, yeah, so I think we're actually back in the Dirty Devil River Canyon here, so we went just a little too far, so we need to back up.
8 Hotel Sierra is going around at for 23 at below Buckacre. A little bit fast on the approach.
All right, November 8/16. We're still a little bit lost, and heading back to the southeast to see if we can't pick up the, or sorry, back to the northeast to see if we can't pick up the airfield.
You know it's tucked in right along the canyon edge.
Yeah, but I think I maybe just went past it and missed it. All right, is that this? Now I don't know which canyon I flew into. Oh, that's not good. This isn't the right one. Okay, we're gonna keep coming around. I think I turned a little too soon. Little too soon. Little too soon. This is the main channel of the Dirty Devil River. Yep, it runs south. Okay, we're on that little stretch, and I think this might be, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Kenny, I think plugging it in for just a minute or two has given it enough power to transmit for at least a little while.
Here is on final again for 2-3 at Buckacre.
Yeah, I think I just went a little too far. A little too far. Well, I can, but you know, once it's charged, it'll, I mean, the thing stays charged for 8 hours or something like that, but I just got it brand new, and oh man, I'm back in the Happy Canyon somehow. Shoot, there, see, there's that spire. Alright, so I got to go one more down. Anyway, I just got them today, and I plugged them in for a little while, but obviously didn't get a full charge. And I have had these on for quite a while. And November 8/16, I think we ended up back in Happy Canyon, so we're slowly making our way down there. But yeah, usually, Kenny, that's what I'll do at the end of the night is I will plug them in, let them charge up overnight. That way they're ready when you know, when time comes tomorrow afternoon. The other thing that's been getting me though is I've been doing a lot more work at home, and so of course you're listening to music and all that good stuff, and that runs them down a little bit quicker than you think. Alright, well, one more down here. With any luck, anyway. I have no idea where I spit out, but I'm definitely back in that main Dirty Devil River channel. Alright, let's try this. Let's try this one. Let's see if this gets us where we need to go. This is not looking too promising, boys and girls. This one, well, maybe. I have to turn back almost to the north to be. Nope, this one doesn't. Nope. All right, we'll go down one more here. Yeah. Sorry, 8 Hotel Sierra.
What did you do?
I can't pick the right canyon right now. I'm back in the main Dirty Devil River channel. I ended up back in the Happy Canyon, and so I'm currently traversing south, trying to pick up the right canyon to below Buckacre.
All right, affirmative.
All right, so we'll try to go around this point here, and let me show you what I'm battling right now, besides low airspeed. I think what happened, I came out of Happy Canyon. I tried to crest this ridge, which I did, but I think I ended up actually turning a little too soon. Either that or I flew right out of below Buckacre, and I ended up circling back around, and I ended right back up in this canyon again. So I'm hoping that I'm down here now around this point off to my left, and that's going to be what takes me up to where I need to go. We're going to find out. This will be the last canyon that we try, and if this isn't the right one, then we may just turn it home and head to Hanksville. And we'll just have to leave below Buckacre for another stream. Powered by USB. I don't know. This does not look right. This does not look right. Alright, let's climb up here. Let's get a bird's eye view. Now I feel like we've almost went too far back in the wrong direction. It is right along this edge, but yeah. Alright, Hotel Sierra, November 8/16. I think we're gonna not worry about below Buckacre. We're gonna point her towards Hanksville and call it a day.
You just flew right over me. You're flying away from it. If you do a hammerhead and come right back, you'll be on approach.
Alright, we'll do our best. Glad you were paying attention. Alright.
I just looked up and saw you fly over.
Hammerhead it is. Yeah, let's keep our eyes peeled here. Maybe I'm too high up and I do not see it. It's right along this ridge line, I do know that. Is this it? Oh. Okay, we see the field on short final, November 8/16.
Finally, welcome.
Well, we'll see if I make it. Throwing in every bit of flaps we have. We're idle. We're too fast. We're not going to be able to bleed this speed off. This is a short runway. I'm too far down. Brakes, 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 brakes. Please, brakes, brakes. Alright, we made her. Piece of cake. Okay, sir, I'm tired of waiting on you. So we go to Hanksville?
I'm ready when you are, buddy. Welcome to below Buckacre, too, by the way.
Man, I would have never found that. I was way too high. I'm a back taxi and depart to the, I guess, southwest. Actually, I think I'm just going to firewall it and depart north and go right traffic.
Okay, we'll wait for you to go by. Oh, you're right here next to me. Go ahead.
And below Buckacre, November 816, we're on the roll. Northbound will be turning right down the canyon, VFR.
And 8 Hotel Sierra is number 2 for below Buckacre departure.
Oh boy, here we go. That same downwind departure problem that we had before. This one might cost us. Alright, airspeed's climbing. Oh boy, that's another tricky downwind departure, my friend. Alright, I think we got enough wind flow over the wings. Whew, that was another close one.
We barely made it out of that one. Why do I follow you on these things?
I don't know. Thought you told me you weren't going to do that again.
Yeah, I said that.
All right, so we got 2 predictions in for
start listening to myself.
For Hanksville, which is where we're heading. Our final destination. I'm just going to climb up, by the way, over the top and just go direct Hanksville. So I've got a 256, I got a 182, and again, what's at stake here? This is big. It's a chance to be sitting in that right-hand seat there, Captain Awesome. I guess if you're in the right-hand seat, you're first officer awesome. Yeah, that's okay. It's too late to change that right now. So, oh, last prediction. Okay, so when I get close to Hanksville, let's do one more prediction. Anybody? I got 7 people watching, which is amazing after all of the rigmarole today. But whoever's still around, make your predictions. Earn your spot. What do we need in here? Probably about a 030, I would guess. Let's get that going. Let's get this VOR spun around. Let's just see how close we are. Like I say, that big Mount Helen or whatever, that's a
300 on the heading there, buddy.
Raj. That Mount Helen or whatever that guy is there. Not a bad little waypoint.
Let's call it 310.
Firm. Is that what I'm getting here? Yeah, about 310. All right, up and out we go. Hanksville. So, Agent Bravo 7. Yeah.
Flew over top of you.
Yeah. I am still out here. Yeah, I got a little bit lost on a couple of these, and I was just about to put it all in perspective. What some of those guys were able to do in 90 minutes, I'm now getting close to 3 hours of streaming. So little difference in speed, but it was 3 hours of relaxation time that I really needed, and I enjoyed thoroughly. So yeah. So yeah, Agent Bravo 7, you have the chance to win the final landing rate competition. You've missed a lot of action. I mean, it's been 3 hours, but there's been quite a bit of stuff that's gone on. I've set the alarm off twice. My first 2 landings, I actually landed so hard that it set the alarm off. The second time I landed, it wouldn't let me start the plane again. I did too much damage, so I had to switch planes. And now, well, I just did a touch and go, an inadvertent touch and go as I was climbing out over one of the ridge lines. Just did a little, little launching pad action there. It's an advanced technique. And then I burned some worms on that last departure. And now with any luck, we'll make it back to Hanksville in one piece. Can't beat the doggone view, though. Nothing else. It's been worth kind of flying and hanging out in this little guy in the canyons all night long.
I'm giving the folks on my stream a little tour of the one airfield that we didn't stop at.
Which one was that?
It's down here in the canyon on the way back to Hanksville.
Oh yeah, that unmarked one there. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's on the Utah Backcountry website. I think it's got a name, but I can't remember what it is.
He's talking about there's one more little one kind of right in here, I believe. Maybe not. There were several, honestly, that I mean, this one scenery tile alone, it must have had 15 15 of these airstrips in it. So we just, I mean, I just kind of ended up picking the ones that kind of made sense for, you could have picked them all to the north of the airfield if you wanted. We tried to just pick them all to be kind of relatively equidistant from Hanksville, and some where you could head one way, some the other, just to spread the traffic out. And so anyway, I think it ended up okay.
So I forgot to fill up. I'm on fumes.
I went ahead and grabbed some gas there at Happy Canyon. Well, Agent Bravo 7, we can hop back over to the Discord channel if you want to visit for a little bit. I'm happy to. I'm here for you, my friend. We're sliding off the VOR. There we go. Although I think you're getting a little deep for my simple mind here, maybe, Diana. All right. Well, we'll say farewell to the Canyonlands for now. I definitely think we will be back. I definitely can see myself making more scenery in this area to fly around in, but we have some other things to do in really two ways. Basically, number one is this is part of the Nowhere Fast series, and I'm going to be moving on. I'm actually going to be flying into to Colorado and looking for some airstrips a little bit on the western slope of the Rockies there in the southern part of Colorado. Some airfields that were recommended to me. And again, for those of you that don't know, and there's not many of you left tonight because it's super late, but I've been doing this Nowhere Fast series for half a year, and I've flown from my hometown, which is in the middle of Wyoming, clear up to Washington, to Linden, Washington, so clear up in the northwestern part of the United States, and then we kind of made our way back through Idaho, So we kind of went through Idaho and then back down through Idaho. We hit a little bit of Oregon in there, and then we've come down to Utah. So I'm just kind of basically touring the states in my low and slow Cessna 152, and I'm just going to places where people make suggestions, and so that's kind of what we're doing. We're eventually going to make our way towards Kenny Monster's neck of the woods. He's made some suggestions for some airstrips out his way. So hi Perps and Nicholas99, thanks for clicking that follow button. Welcome to Prop Culture. You're just catching kind of the tail end of tonight's adventure, and I'm just explaining kind of what's coming up next on the stream. So that's one thing that is going to take me out of the Canyonlands. And of course, we will have a new Bush League adventure coming up. You know, the first Monday of May, and we got to figure out, you know, where we're going on that deal as well. So there's going to be a lot of you know, just a lot of interesting choices to make and fun places to go. But if you have especially if you have a small, like, off-field airstrip that I just have to visit, and I mean, like, I'm going as far east right now as Minnesota. If I could get all the way out to Bayport, New York, I would. I just don't know if I can get there in a year, because I only fly this route, you know, once a month basically. But if you've got a place that's somewhere around, you know, kind of the Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado area, you know, just make sure that you let me know somewhere, and I will, you know, I'll add that to the route. I just know there's so many places just like this that I would have never went to had I not had a reason to go to, you know, for some, you know, Bush League event or, you know, whatever. So let me know. Kenny Monster, yep, yeah, he's the Johnny Cash of flight sims. I know that. I have 3 or 4 suggestions already in the suggestion box, so but I'm happy to add more. And then the other thing that's coming up that I'll promote right now, because we have a little bit of time, is this is a flight that's part of my April anniversary. It's been a whole year on Twitch. It's kind of crazy, but I'm doing a different plane every day. I'm streaming 20 straight days, and today is the 6th day. Tomorrow we're going to be in the Turbo Arrow, and should be a lot of fun. I think we're combining with let me pull this up. I think we're combining with the Virtual USA Flying Club event. Yeah, the GA Tuesdays. It's the Fargo fly-in, and so we'll be in the Aerobasque Piper Turbo Arrow tomorrow night, flying between actually it's going to be between Wells, Minnesota, which is the airfield that Kenny Monster suggested, and Fargo, North Dakota. So anyway, so there's a lot of different things happening, but the cool thing about the April anniversary 20 for 20 deal is that I'm giving away a $25 xplane.org gift certificate at the end. So all you have to do to be eligible for that, by the way, on the 20th, is just stop in and do like what you're doing in the chat window right now. If you connect with me some way, either in the Twitch chat or over on my Discord, or I do archive these on YouTube, you can go over there and leave a comment on YouTube. Any of those 3 methods will get you into the drawing, and we're getting up to you know, 40 plus people in. It's really cool, but I'm doing that just to show my appreciation, say thanks to everybody for hanging out with me for you know, for the year. All right, enough chit chat. We got to get ourselves focused here, because I think we're actually getting close to where we need to be. I've really slid off the VOR here, but I think it's because we're getting close to Hanksville, and I think we're getting close to the airport as well. that is the town of Hanksville. And the airfield is just a little bit up the road. We got FS Economy. Oh, there, in fact, I think I see Hanksville right there. Yep. Hanksville traffic, November 11816. So we are going to enter the left-hand traffic pattern for runway 17, currently about 3 miles to the south of the airfield. Maybe not even that. Better cut some power, cut some altitude here, my friends.
All right, 8 Hotel Sierra is at 7,500, and we are 2 miles from the airstrip on a downwind for, what was that, runway 21, I guess, at Hanksville.
I think the 17 for the dirt strip if you want it. Or are you going to go ahead, are you going to take the asphalt?
I'll do the dirt strip, taking it easy on the tires.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. Wind's 222 right now, so I don't know. Maybe the asphalt strip is the way to go, but I think I'm going to do the dirt strip as well. All right. Final predictions. themsmyshoes 230. Yep. They've been paying attention to my.
Okay. I'm midfield now on for 22 downwind.
Oh, jeez. I got to be right underneath you here. I'm going to extend the downwind. I'm on the downwind actually for 17. 5,500. Okay, tossing in a notch of flaps.
All right, we're still at 7,000 feet because we're on fumes, so I just wanted enough altitude to coast in.
All right, we can wait for you if we need to. Do we need to just extend here, or are we okay?
I'm still looking for you. I don't see you yet.
All right, we're a beam of the numbers there for runway 17. We'll be turning base to final here in just a second. All right, I got a 230. I got a 182. Anybody else want to toss their predictions in a hat?
I'm on base over the highway now for 17.
Okay, yeah, we're going to extend the downwind here at 5,500.
Yep, just I have you in sight. I'm just ahead of you.
Okay, I've got you in sight. We'll turn base and follow traffic to 17. I think I'm a little bit low. All right, only 2 predictions, huh? Okay, you lurkers, you're missing out on your chance. And Hanksville, November 8/16, turning left base, runway 17. Alright, get the power set. There's the field. Bravo 7, an optimistic 152. Appreciate that. Right there, lady. You and me. Dogs. Hanksville traffic, November 8/16. We're turning final runway 17, Hanksville.
And 8 Hotel Sierra is landing long on 17, Hanksville.
You've got time. I'm on like a 12-mile final here. Maybe not quite that long. All right, second notch coming in. Yep, a little bit high still. Actually, this little plateau is kind of misleading.
Minus 56, Melvin.
Oh my
Just set the bar
goodness.
high.
All right, it's on. Minus 56 in a tail dragger. Wow. Wow, that's pretty
Just
good.
float it till you're happy with it.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Sliding off to the left a little bit. We'll correct. We'll come back around a little bit. We'll hold her off. Oh, jeez. Yeah, 165. 165, man. Buck 65. That,
Not bad for the 150.
I think that's my best landing of the night, though, so I'll take it. So let's see who was closest there. Bravo 7. Wait, what was it? 165? Oh, so we got a close one here between Kenny and Age of Bravo 7. So 65, Kenny was, or Bravo 7 was 13 off, and 65, what's 182 minus 165, Kenny? I think Bravo 7 edged you out maybe just a little bit. That's a super close, yeah, super close one there. 165. Yep, yes indeed. All right, well. Yep. End of a fun night. Good event. It was cool to watch everybody stream it, and then it was awesome to be able to come in and just fly it, kind of like having the old golf course all to yourself. Yeah, so Bravo was 13 off and Kenny was 17 off. That's easily the closest one that I've had so far. So Age of Bravo 7, congratulations, you're Captain Awesome, at least for the rest of the day. And unless somebody bumps you off tomorrow with the old turbo arrow, which I land like a brick, by the way, especially in those North Dakota winds, I'm sure it's going to be something. All right. So you're up to date, I guess, on what's happening on the stream. I'm just going to kind of taxi in here. We're going to call it a night. Like I say every time, I am so appreciative of everybody hanging out, spending some time, and I just appreciate the company, you guys. I like to laugh with you, and you know, it's a pretty cool experience. So thank you so much. I mean that. It's hard to believe I've been doing this already for a year. So that's you guys keep me coming back. But there's our buddy. In the meantime, have an awesome remainder of your night. I will be looking for you tomorrow night as we fly from Wells into Fargo. And I hope everybody has a restful night's sleep. I hope you stay healthy. I hope your family's healthy. And until then, take care and God bless. And before I sign off, El Peru, thanks for hopping in, and welcome to Prop Culture, man. We'll talk to you soon.